Hey guys, let's talk ferments today. And we're going to talk what ferments I have going on in my kitchen right now. I have my brand new sourdough starter, and I'm going to pull out the kombucha that's ready for a taste test today. Okay, so I got so much incredible, sometimes confusing, sometimes conflicting, but thank you, information on my Instagram post and Facebook post and last YouTube post about starting sourdough starter from scratch. So let me just show you. Lots of happiness, lots of happy bubbles. This time I am following Needy Homesteaders. I just love her, so and she's super laid back and easy to follow. So I am on day 7, following her using King Arthur's. A lot of people brought that up. I do use King Arthur's whole wheat flour. So I've even been using the scale to get precise measurements, warming up my water, and it was doing really good. Like day 3, I think I posted on Instagram and it had truly doubled in size. I'm like, that's amazing. But ever since she told me to really up the feedings and go to like 200 grams of starter, 200 grams of flour and water, it's slowed down. So I'm just gonna do that again with you guys today. I've tiered it with the jar on, measuring out 200 grams of starter. We'll tear that again and add 200 grams of flour. Okay. And then what I've been doing is she recommends using warm water, just lukewarm. And since I use my filter water out of my Berkey, which is usually pretty cold, I stick this in the microwave for like 30 seconds. So they got a little warm, so I did add some cool water back to it. Now I need to tear this again and we will add 200 grams of water. Okay. And all I've been doing is mixing that all up. And a lot of people commented what types of covers to use, and honestly guys, everyone, whether you're watching Prairie Homestead or you're watching one of those fancy guys on YouTube that makes sourdough for like a living, or Needy Homesteader or Amy Fuel, Patty Alderman, they all use something different. So I honestly don't believe what you cover it with has any bearing on your success. So all I've been covering it with is just the metal lid laid on it, just loosely. Sometimes I crack it a little bit if it looks like there's getting too much condensation in the jar. Do you guys ever deal with condensation in your jars? I just started that with this one. I never experienced that before, and I'd assume it's just part of the process. So I make sure that I have the flour really well incorporated, all hydrated, and then I always go back through and kind of aerate it, I guess, a little bit, thinking air will help. It's definitely smelling sourdoughy. This one took a little longer to get to that stage than my first one did. Okay. Then I just set the lid on it, and I'm putting a rubber band like, it's kind of lumpy, so it's hard to get exactly right, but about where the top of the sourdough is. And then I've been sitting it in my windowsill because it's doing really good there, and the sun's getting warmer, so it's really warming it up. I guess what I'm still struggling with on getting sourdough where I think it's ready, and this is just the leftover starter that I save and I use in my weekly bread making, is from what I have read and understand, especially when it comes to using a starter as a yeast replacement, you're looking for your starter to double on itself in like 3 to 4 hours. That's definitely not happening. I mean, I might get the rise by like 7 hours or so. But again, maybe that's just my climate and my environment, and it just means that if I do think it's ready to make dough in like 10 days, then, or like actual bread, then I would just have to let it go a lot longer in a rise. So we're trying. As you can see, I'm using clean jars every single day based on Needy Homesteader's process. I don't know that she clearly says that, but you can see her doing it. Okay, now moving on to the kombucha taste test. This will be fun. So I'm just gonna put some ice in 4 different glasses. And if you didn't catch my kombucha restart, I'm actually gonna make a playlist on all the kombucha stuff I've done on the channel. So it just helps you better find things, because I think it kind of gets buried and lost, and it's worth for certain viewers to just be able to go find what they're looking for. Okay, so we, just to let you know, we did drink a strawberry bottle last night, and it was me, Dan, and Cameron, and we loved it. Oh, I need to get my strainer. Dan and I made dandelion tea last night, so I forgot my strainer was dirty. I'm wondering which one I want to start with. This one is apple mint. This one is primarily apple mint, but with some clean out of strawberry puree mason jar and my blueberry juice mason jar. This one is just straight strawberry and ginger. Oh, I'm sorry, they all have flakes of ginger in them. And this one is straight blueberry and ginger. So because I was going after GT's gingerberry flavor, my absolute favorite store-bought, we're gonna try this one first. Not much carbonation. It's just me drinking it, so I'm fine if a SCOBY gets in there. Yep, not much carbonation at all. The strawberry had much more carbonation than that. But really yummy. Really, really good. I love it. It still has that effervescent flavor, even though it's not overly carbonated. That's a winner. Now let's try the strawberry ginger just straight. That's got a lot of puree at the top. So we'll see if we can get that down and around while we pour it out. You see? It's definitely got a little, you could hear it. I know this one's good because that's the one that we tried last night. Really, really good. I think since it was a brand new booch brew, that it's just not as strong as maybe the next ferment will be. Lovely. Now this one I haven't tried yet. Will be fancy. We'll drink it out of a wine glass. This is the apple mint. Ooh, did you hear that? That sounded fun. No carbonation really. Oh, wow. That's good. Yes, try apple mint if you haven't done that one. Really good. Okay, and this one is just our smorgasbord. Again, it's mostly apple, strawberry, blueberry, mint, ginger. Oh, woo! That one was fun. I'm wondering if maybe I didn't get as, ooh, look, see that carbonation? That's fun. A little bubbly, still no head on it when I pour it out. That mint completely changes the complex of the flavor. I think I'll put mint in my kombucha all the time. It's really, really good. All right. So fermenting at home is super fun if you haven't tried it. It's a super fun activity to start while you're staying at home if you still are. It doesn't require a lot of input, just patience and time. So I think, guys, this week on this week's, or the next time I do a kombucha brew, since the dandelions are in bloom, we're gonna try a dandelion kombucha. And I have the great big kombucha book. You've probably seen it around. I'll link it in the description below. And there's like crazy ideas. There was like a peanut butter banana one. I had no idea you could do that. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching and following along on my ferments. If you have any further tips on, tell me what you think about why the kombucha is not quite carbonated enough. I think I know why. Just my brew wasn't strong enough yet, being that it was its first ferment. So as it continues to establish itself, it's just going to get stronger and stronger. My sourdough starter, it's in the windowsill. I'm still giving it a chance. So thanks, guys, for watching. And it is a beautiful day. It's going to be like, it's already well over 60 degrees. And I think I might run to the nursery and see if I can find some broccoli starts. It was on my original plan, and when the greenhouses shut down, I didn't have any broccoli seeds. But now that they're open, I'm gonna see if I can't sneak in some broccoli somewhere in the garden. Thanks, guys, for watching. Talk to you later.